Hello there, and welcome. I'm glad you found your way here. Maybe it's been a long day. Maybe your thoughts have been moving a little too quickly. But right now, you don't need to think about anything at all. You've got nothing to do but rest. Let your breathing slow, your body soften, and your mind drift open like the night sky itself. Tonight, we'll be floating through something both familiar and infinite: space-time. It's the quiet fabric that holds every star, every atom, every memory you've ever had. It stretches gently beneath galaxies, bends softly around planets, and ripples when massive things move. It is both the stage and the script, the invisible thread that ties all moments together. We'll wander through slow-moving gravity wells, through the patient bending of light, through seconds that stretch and fold like silk in the cosmic breeze. You'll hear about the way space-time curves, how it can twist itself into knots around black holes, and how even your heartbeat is part of that grand rhythm. If your mind drifts, that's perfectly fine. It's meant to. Each fact you'll hear tonight is a small ripple in the vast sea of understanding, designed not to wake you, but to carry you gently toward rest. And just before we begin, if these quiet explorations help you unwind, consider liking and subscribing. It helps others find their way here too, one sleepy traveler at a time. Now, let's begin. Most of what we see, stars, planets, even you, or floats on something invisible. This foundation is space-time, the union of space and time into one vast, continuous fabric. Einstein's equations revealed that it is not empty at all, but alive with geometry. It bends, stretches, and curves in response to mass and energy, like a soft blanket under a sleeping body. What we feel as gravity is not a force pulling us down. It's the Earth gently curving space-time around us. Every step, every orbit, every falling leaf follows those curves. In this view, the universe isn't built of things resting in space. It's built from space itself, slow, pliant, and endlessly connected. Before Einstein, time was thought to tick everywhere the same. Space was a stage, and time was the clock behind it. But he noticed that when you move fast, very fast, time itself begins to stretch and bend. It slows for travelers and stays steady for observers left behind. This was more than mathematics. It was a change in how the cosmos breathes. Space and time are partners, not separate rooms. Together they make a four-dimensional landscape called the space-time continuum, where location and duration are woven into one cloth. Every object, from atoms to galaxies, leaves a trace, a thread, through that cloth, marking its journey, and you too are drawing your own gentle line through space-time right now. When physicists describe the universe, they often speak in terms of geometry. Space-time has hills and valleys, twists and folds. Massive things like stars create dips, wells of gravity that pull smaller things into orbit. The sun's weight doesn't reach out and grab the Earth. It simply creates a curve the Earth can't help but follow. Even light, that fast and tireless traveler, bends along these slopes. Its path arcs around galaxies, revealing the invisible shapes beneath. If we could step outside reality and look back, we might see a vast ocean of gentle ripples, the quiet architecture of being. It is structure without noise, design without walls. We often imagine maps as still, fixed grids of latitude and longitude. But in Einstein's universe, the map moves with its contents. When a planet spins, the space around it twists slightly, like honey swirling around a spoon. When energy shifts, time itself expands or contracts in response. It's a self-updating cosmos, patient and precise. Nothing happens in isolation. Each particle whispers its presence into space-time, and space-time whispers back, guiding motion in return. We live inside that dialogue, a continuous conversation between matter and the geometry that holds it. How do we measure something that has no color, no edge, no sound? Scientists use clocks, rulers, and light, the quiet tools of relativity. When two clocks move differently, their rhythms fall slightly out of sync. That tiny difference reveals how space-time bends between them. Lasers fired across empty corridors detect those distortions, proving that nothingness has texture. We don't see the fabric directly. We feel it in the way things move. Each experiment is a soft touch on the universe's skin, confirming that emptiness is anything but empty. Einstein's space-time adds a surprising feature. Time is not separate from space. It's another direction. You can move north, east, up, or down, and always you move forward in time. Every moment you experience is a step along a personal timeline, drawn through this four-dimensional world. To move through space is to trade some of your motion through time. Fast travelers spend time differently, aging more slowly in exchange for speed. It's a quiet balance, as if the cosmos keeps perfect books of motion. The faster you move through space, the gentler your drift through time. People once thought the universe needed something solid underneath, an ether for light to travel through. But experiments showed no trace of it. Space doesn't need scaffolding. It is the scaffolding. It holds everything without having to rest on anything. This idea, simple yet profound, replaced centuries of certainty. It revealed a world with no absolute stillness, only relationships between moving things. The cosmos became a vast web of relative perspectives, each one valid in its own quiet way. There is no privileged place, no center, no floor, only the smooth, unending fabric beneath it all. Imagine placing a marble on a stretched sheet. Wherever the marble sits, the sheet dips. That's curvature. In space-time, the marble and sheet are inseparable. The marble tells space-time how to curve, and space-time tells the marble how to move. This was John Wheeler's gentle summary of Einstein's idea. A conversation, not a command. Gravity is no longer a tug. It's a soft exchange. Every mountain star and person is participating in that exchange right now, shaping and being shaped. It's a choreography that never ends. Between galaxies lies almost perfect stillness, yet space-time continues quietly beneath it. Even where there's nothing to see, there is structure. Distances expand as the universe grows. The very fabric stretches, carrying galaxies apart like tiny lights painted on a balloon. No explosion pushes them. The space between them simply creates more of itself. It's one of the most peaceful forms of motion imaginable. Not rushing outward, but unfolding, a calm exhalation of the cosmos. Every breath, every blink, happens inside this fabric. We don't stand on space-time. We are part of it. Your body bends it ever so slightly. Your mass adds a note to the universe's quiet symphony. Even the neurons firing in your brain depend on the orderly passage of time within this structure. We don't often notice it, but everything we do, think, move, dream, takes place along gentle coordinates in a living map. When you close your eyes tonight, remember, you're not falling into emptiness. You're resting deeper into the weave itself, the quiet architecture of reality. Gravity is not a pull, but a whisper. It speaks in the quiet language of curves. Where matter gathers, space-time bends, gently, continuously, like silk folding under its own weight. A planet's gravity is simply the slope it creates, and everything nearby follows that slope naturally. There's no grabbing, no forceful tug, only the smooth invitation of geometry. When you drop a stone, it's not being pulled to Earth. It's following the path that space-time has already drawn for it. Even light, that most loyal traveler, obeys this curve. Its straight line turning softly around massive things. The universe moves, not by command but by grace. Imagine space not as emptiness, but as a slow-moving river. Planets and stars are stones resting in its flow. Around them, currents bend and smaller streams spiral inward, carried by invisible motion. Gravity is the name we give to that drift, the steady streaming of space-time around mass. When Earth circles the Sun, it's not held by invisible strings. It's simply caught in the Sun's current, flowing along a natural curve. Even you standing still are part of that motion. You are moving through the river every moment, carried quietly within the Earth's wake. When something falls, it is not being dragged, it is being freed from resisting the curve of space-time beneath it. An astronaut orbiting Earth feels weightless because they are always falling, forever following the bend of the planet's geometry. There's no effort, no struggle, just motion along the easiest possible path. Physicists call these paths geodesics. They are the universe's version of straight lines, even though they exist in a curved world. 2. Fall is to let go of resistance and move with the shape of reality itself. Light seems untouchable. It never slows, never tires, yet when it passes near massive stars, it bends. Einstein predicted this subtle arc long before we could measure it. During a solar eclipse in 1919, astronomers watched starlight curve around the Sun, proving space-time's flexibility. It was as if the light were a ribbon, gliding along the fabric's fold. From that day on, gravity was no longer a force but a form, a shape in the cosmic cloth. Even the brightest rays must follow those curves, tracing silent spirals through the deep. Far away, entire galaxies act as lenses. Their gravity bends the light from objects behind them, magnifying distant stars. We call this gravitational lensing, the universe using its own body as a mirror. Sometimes, the light splits into rings or arcs, beautiful echoes of the same source. These shapes are not illusions. They're the visible fingerprints of gravity itself. Through them, astronomers can see worlds otherwise hidden, light that left its home billions of years ago. Every ring of light is a soft signature, space-time gently writing its name across the cosmos. When massive bodies move, two black holes circling, two stars colliding, space-time ripples. These waves are faint, stretching everything in the universe by less than the width of an atom. And yet, they travel across billions of light years. They are gravity's softest music. In 2015, scientists detected one for the first time, a tiny vibration that confirmed Einstein's quiet prediction from a century earlier. Every time such a wave passes through you, your body expands and contracts, too delicately to feel, but enough to remind us that even stillness is part of a larger rhythm. Black holes are not monsters. They are simply the most extreme expressions of curvature. Their gravity is so deep that space-time folds completely in on itself. Nothing escapes, not because something grabs it, but because the paths themselves lead inward. Every route, every possible motion, ends at the same quiet center. To imagine a black hole is to imagine gravity sculpting silence, a place where time slows, light hesitates, and the geometry of reality becomes a perfect still point. It's the universe's way of showing that even infinity can take shape. When you feel the ocean rise and fall, you are watching space-time breathe. The moon's gravity stretches the Earth's oceans, forming tides that move across continents. It's a conversation across 384,000 kilometers, a pull so gentle it moves entire seas. We don't sense it directly, but every drop of water, every molecule of your body, follows that soft curvature. Gravity's hand is vast, but tender. The same invisible geometry that holds galaxies together also lifts the tides beneath the moon. If you could drift far from every planet and star, gravity would seem to disappear. But it doesn't. Even empty space curves slightly under the combined weight of all that exists. You would still be inside a structure, smooth, continuous, endlessly patient. Every bit of mass in the universe adds a tiny fold to this cosmic blanket. Even the dust between stars has its place in shaping the grand design. You would not be escaping gravity. You'd simply be moving through its quietest regions, where the curves are too wide to see. Gravity doesn't crush everything it touches. It holds everything in harmony. It keeps planets dancing, galaxies swirling, stars igniting at just the right density. Without it, the cosmos would be chaos, matter drifting without shape or rhythm. With it, there is form, order, and stillness in motion. Gravity may seem heavy, but it's also the most patient sculptor in existence. Over billions of years, it builds, balances, and breathes life into structure. It is the universe's soft architecture, a force that creates peace through connection. Take a slow breath and picture a single spark. It begins somewhere deep in the core of a star, maybe one you've seen shimmering faintly through your bedroom window. Inside that star, immense pressure fuses atoms together, and from that invisible reaction a photon is born, a pure particle of light. For hundreds of thousands of years it drifts, not through open space yet, but through the dense heart of the star itself. It bounces from atom to atom, scattering, absorbed, released again. A dance so slow and intricate that what feels like an instant to us could take eons inside that burning world. Then, finally, it escapes, and the true journey begins. Light moves at the fastest possible pace in the universe, about 300,000 kilometers per second. Yet even at that breathtaking speed, distance humbles it. From the sun to the earth, each ray takes just over 8 minutes to arrive. When you stand in sunlight, you are bathing in something that began its trip before you even woke up today. But beyond our solar system, light slows only in time, not in speed. Its path bends and stretches, sculpted by the invisible geometry of space-time. Imagine light as a traveler following a winding river, not because it chooses to turn, but because the very water it moves through curves beneath it. This bending is what Einstein first called the warping of space-time, and it's how light reveals the universe's shape to us. When light passes near a star or a galaxy, its path deflects ever so slightly, tracing out an arc. Astronomers call this gravitational lensing, and in the vast dark it becomes nature's own magnifying glass. Through this cosmic trick, a single galaxy far away can appear as a halo, a ring of light curved by another galaxy between us and it. They call it an Einstein ring, a perfect circle of light drawn by the gravity of the cosmos. Close your eyes and picture it. A perfect ring, glowing faintly in the dark, made not by hands or machines, but by gravity itself, gently guiding light like a sculptor tracing in air. Sometimes, we even see light take two paths around a galaxy, arriving at Earth at slightly different times. One beam might have left billions of years before the other, yet both reach us together. It's as if the universe whispers to us in echoes, each message bent but never broken, and as those messages travel, they change. Not because they tire, light never slows, never fades, but because space itself stretches beneath them. This stretching is what astronomers call redshift. When light journeys across an expanding universe, the very fabric of reality elongates its wavelength. The blue tones slip toward red, like the low hum of a string loosening over time. By studying that shift, scientists can measure how quickly the universe expands, like reading the wrinkles in space-time's flowing silk. Think about that. Every glimmer of starlight you see has been stretched by the universe's own breath. It's as though space remembers its growth and writes that memory in color. If you could see the world through the eyes of light, time itself would look different. For a photon, the instant it leaves a star and the instant it hits your eye are the same moment. It experiences no time at all. To light, there is no journey, only being. That means every photon that touches your face tonight has existed in a kind of eternal present, frozen in its own timeless rhythm. It began in the heart of a star, perhaps before Earth even formed. And yet, to the photon, that was only now. This is the strange poetry of space-time. The faster something moves through space, the slower it moves through time. And light. moving at the ultimate limit, no longer moves through time at all. So when you open your eyes to the stars, you are looking not at what is, but at what was. Every glimmer in the sky is a postcard from the past. The moon, 1 second ago. The sun, 8 minutes ago. Sirius, 8 years ago. And the farthest galaxies, billions of years ago, long before the Earth was born. The night sky is not a view. It's a memory, written in light. And yet, what a gentle memory it is. Even as space expands, even as galaxies drift apart, that quiet light keeps traveling, steady, patient, graceful, through emptiness that isn't really empty, but humming softly with quantum whispers. Scientists once pointed telescopes to the darkest region of space they could find, a patch no larger than a grain of sand held at arm's length. They expected to see nothing, but what they found were thousands of galaxies, each with billions of stars, each sending their own ancient light. That single dot of black sky became the Hubble Deep Field, proof that even the quietest corner of existence is bursting with light we cannot see. Every photon in that image traveled for billions of years, unbroken, untouched, until it finally landed on a mirror the size of a human face. Orbiting Earth, the telescope captured those photons. You can see them right now as digital pixels, but what you're really seeing are tiny survivors of time, little messengers that refuse to fade. Light is both fragile and immortal. It can be scattered, bent, absorbed, and yet it can never die. Once it exists, it remains part of space-time forever, woven into the universe's great story. So as you lie here listening, imagine yourself as part of that same flow, each breath a ripple in time, each heartbeat a flicker of light, traveling endlessly forward. You are part of the same physics that guides the stars, the same geometry that bends galaxies, the same timeless moment that every photon inhabits. And in that realization, in knowing you are made of the same light that fills the cosmos, perhaps you can let go of thought and simply glow, because everything that ever was and ever will be is moving gently together through the quiet architecture of space-time toward whatever comes next. Take a deep breath and listen to the quiet rhythm of your heartbeat. That's time, not in the abstract, scientific sense, but in the most personal one there is. Every pulse, every inhale, every blink is a small measurement of how you move through the universe. And yet, time is not the same everywhere. It bends, it stretches, it dances. Einstein once said that time and space are woven together, inseparable, part of a single fabric called space-time. But what he discovered next was even stranger. This fabric isn't fixed. It flows differently depending on where you are and how you move. Imagine two clocks, one resting quietly on Earth, the other riding a spaceship near the speed of light. When that traveler returns home, their clock will show less time passed than the one left behind. A few hours might have passed for them, while years passed for the one who stayed. This isn't science fiction. It's time dilation. One of the most beautiful, humbling truths in all of physics. The faster you move through space, the slower you move through time. It's as though the universe wants to keep your total motion, through both, in perfect balance. Close your eyes and imagine that balance as a slow dance. When you step farther through space, you must step lighter through time. When you stay still, time moves quickly around you, guiding you forward. Gravity does this too. The deeper you are in a gravitational field, the slower time flows. At the edge of a black hole, time can almost stop. If you watch someone fall toward that dark horizon, you'd see them slower until they appeared frozen in midair. Their image stretched and red-shifted into eternity. But for them, falling inward, time continues normally. Their heartbeat, their breath, their thoughts, all moving as usual, while to us, they fade into stillness. It's as though the universe carries two truths at once. each perfectly valid, yet never meeting again. Einstein's equations describe it precisely, but beneath the math is something deeply poetic. Time is personal. Every being in the universe has their own rhythm, their own private tempo in this cosmic waltz, and yet, somehow all those rhythms blend into one vast symphony, the heartbeat of reality itself. Now let's leave the equations behind and listen to how we feel time. You've noticed it, haven't you? The way a moment of joy can vanish in a blink, while a minute of waiting can stretch endlessly. Our minds don't measure seconds, they measure change. When everything is still and calm, a sunset, a warm breeze, the hush before sleep, time feels slower because there's nothing demanding your attention. The present moment expands, and you live inside it fully. But when thoughts rush, when tasks pile up, time compresses, as if your awareness is being pulled forward faster than you can follow. So even though physics tells us time is elastic, we've known that truth all along. Every human has felt relativity in their own heart. Time, then, is not just a measurement, it's an experience. And like all experiences, it changes with where you are, what you feel, and how closely you listen. Scientists can describe the flow of time, but not why it flows at all. Why doesn't everything happen at once? Why do we remember the past but never the future? What gives time its arrow? That quiet, inevitable motion from what was to what is to what will be. The best answer we have lies in entropy, the tendency for order to dissolve into disorder. A shattered glass won't reassemble itself. Smoke won't unmix from air. Heat won't flow backward. Every tiny, irreversible act nudges the universe forward in time. Entropy is like a cosmic metronome, ticking softly in the background of all things. But maybe the reason time feels sacred isn't because it moves, but because we move with it. Each moment arrives, glows briefly, and drifts away, like a ripple across still water. You can't hold on to it. You can only feel it, and let it pass. And maybe that's the gentle lesson hidden in relativity, that no two journeys through time are ever the same, and that's what makes each one precious. Far from Earth on the International Space Station, astronauts orbit our planet every 90 minutes. Because they're moving so fast, their clocks run slightly slower than ours by just a few milliseconds each day. It's tiny, almost unnoticeable, but it's real. When those astronauts return home, they are literally a few milliseconds younger than if they'd stayed on Earth. That difference, that whisper of missing time, is proof that every second in the universe belongs uniquely to where you are and who you are. Now imagine scaling that up to the edge of a black hole, where a single second for one observer might equal a million years for another. If you stood safely at a distance, you could watch galaxies evolve, stars die, civilizations rise and vanish, all while your friend near the event horizon experiences only one heartbeat. That's the slow dance of time, the great balancing act of motion, gravity and perspective, and yet for both of you, time feels normal. Neither is wrong, both are perfectly real. Sometimes I wonder, if time could flow backward, would we live our lives in reverse? Would we grow younger, unlearn love, and end as the soft hope before birth? Physics says no. The arrow of time always points forward, but in dreams, in memory, in art, we still visit the past, and maybe that's the universe giving us a little gift, a way to feel timeless, even within time itself. Right now, as you lie here, your mind is slowing down. Your body is syncing with the rhythm of the cosmos, breath by breath, pulse by pulse. The Earth is rotating beneath you, carrying you through 1,600 kilometers of space each hour. Around the sun, we're moving at 107,000 kilometers per hour, and through the galaxy, our solar system drifts at over 800,000 kilometers per hour. Yet somehow, you feel still, because motion and time are relative. From your frame of reference, the entire universe is dancing around you. And in this moment, in this slow, endless now, you are perfectly aligned with the flow of time. So as your thoughts grow softer and your breathing slows, remember this gentle truth: you are not separate from time. You are time, a fleeting wave in an infinite sea. Every memory, every heartbeat, every dream is the universe experiencing itself through you. And someday, far in the future, when your atoms scatter back into the cosmos, they'll carry that rhythm still, the echo of your brief, beautiful dance through space-time's endless music. Sleep peacefully, traveler. You are part of the slow dance of time, and the universe is dancing with you. Before there was light, before there was sound, before there was anything, there was nothing, not empty space, not darkness, because even those need somewhere to exist. There was no where, there was no when. And then, in an instant smaller than a heartbeat, everything began. This is the story of Spacetime's birth. About 13.8 billion years ago, something extraordinary happened. We call it the Big Bang. But that phrase is misleading, because there was no explosion in space. The Big Bang was the creation of space itself. It wasn't matter rushing outward into emptiness. It was emptiness itself expanding, carrying everything that would ever exist within it. In that first flicker of existence, the universe was smaller than an atom, hotter than any star, and denser than imagination could bear. Time began to tick, the first beat of the cosmic clock, and with that tick, the newborn universe started to grow. For a brief, unimaginable moment, a trillionth of a second, the universe experienced what scientists call cosmic inflation. Space expanded faster than light, not because light was outrun, but because the very fabric light moves through was stretching beneath it. Tiny quantum ripples, infinitesimal wrinkles in energy, were blown up to cosmic scales. Those ripples became the seeds of galaxies, the fingerprints of everything we now see. Every star, every planet, every life format was once a whisper in that quantum foam. And as the universe cooled, energy began to transform into matter. Particles formed: protons, electrons, neutrinos, tiny sparks of structure emerging from chaos. When the universe was just a few minutes old, the first atomic nuclei were born: hydrogen, helium, and traces of lithium, the building blocks of every star yet to come. But the universe was still dark. Light existed, but it couldn't travel freely. It was trapped, bouncing endlessly among particles like sunlight inside a thick fog. Then, 380,000 years after time began, a moment of breathtaking stillness arrived. The universe had cooled enough for atoms to form, electrons finally bound to nuclei. And suddenly the fog lifted, light broke free. That was the moment the universe became transparent, and that ancient light is still around us today. We call it the cosmic microwave background, a soft afterglow that fills the sky in every direction, the faint echo of creation itself. When scientists first detected it, they were listening to the oldest light in existence, photons that have been traveling, uninterrupted, since the dawn of spacetime. You could say it's the universe's baby picture, a portrait of everything just beginning. From that first light onward, the universe entered a long, graceful expansion. Gravity began its quiet work, pulling matter together into clouds, clouds into stars, stars into galaxies. The first stars were massive, short-lived beacons that burned blue and bright. When they died, they exploded, forging heavier elements: carbon, oxygen, iron, the ingredients of planets and people. So when you breathe, when you dream, you're participating in a chain of creation that began in the first seconds of time. You are literally made from stardust, born from the death of those first suns, which themselves were born from the breath of the expanding space-time around them. But how do we know all this? How can we, small and temporary, reconstruct the birth of everything? The answer is written in the sky itself. When astronomers look deep into space, They look back in time, because light takes time to travel. Every distant galaxy is a younger version of itself. The farther we look, the closer we get to the beginning, and there, in that faint glow, we see the story unfold exactly as the equations predict. Space-time expanding, matter clustering, galaxies forming in delicate filaments, like frost blooming on glass. It's the quiet architecture of existence, elegant, inevitable, and breathtakingly beautiful. Still, one mystery remains: what caused it all to begin? If time began at the Big Bang, what came before time? Can there even be a before when before itself didn't exist yet? Some scientists imagine a quantum fluctuation, a tiny imbalance in nothingness, where energy borrowed itself into being. Others suggest that the universe may be cyclic, expanding and contracting eternally, like a cosmic heartbeat that never truly stops. And some whisper that perhaps our universe is just one bubble in an infinite foam of others, each with its own laws, its own flow of time. We may never know. But perhaps the question itself's the universe's way of asking about itself. Because the deeper we search for the beginning, the more we realize that the beginning is happening right now. Every second, space continues to stretch. New galaxies drift farther apart. Time continues to flow forward. The Big Bang never ended. It's still echoing, still unfolding in every direction, in every heartbeat. When you look up at the night sky, you're not seeing out there, you're seeing back then. Every star is a memory, every photon a traveler from the dawn. And perhaps, when you feel that deep stillness, that quiet awe beneath the stars, what you're really sensing is the ancient hum of space-time itself, still singing the song it began 13.8 billion years ago. So tonight, as your eyes grow heavy and your breath becomes slow, imagine yourself floating in that newborn cosmos, warm, luminous, expanding gently all around you. You are part of that same unfolding. Every atom in your body was once compressed into a single, blazing point, the same point that birthed time, light, and every dream that will ever exist. You are not in the universe. You are the universe. Breathing, sleeping, wondering about itself. And in that awareness, the mystery softens. The beginning isn't far away, it's here, it's now, it's you. So close your eyes, let the stars drift through your thoughts, and rest in the knowledge that you are part of the very first light, still shining. Somewhere, far away, beyond the reach of sunlight and sound, the universe grows quiet. Here, space-time bends too deeply to recover. Its elegant curves fold inward. Its smooth surface begins to tear. This is where the story changes tempo. This is where space-time breaks. Black holes are not objects. Not really. They are regions. Places where gravity has pulled so strongly that even light cannot climb free. Imagine a fabric stretched taut, and then press your fingertip into it. The cloth dips deeper and deeper still, until the surface caves toward infinity. That is what mass does to space-time. And if you press too far, if too much mass is gathered too tightly, the dip becomes a bottomless well, a point of no return. Astronomers call that invisible boundary the event horizon. Nothing that crosses the event horizon can communicate with the outside universe. No message, no flash, no whisper of light. From our point of view, anything that falls toward it seems to freeze in time. Its clock slows. Its motion softens until it lingers just above the horizon, forever fading, never quite gone. But to the falling traveler, time feels normal. They would drift across the boundary without noticing any change, and until perhaps the very idea of down lost its meaning. Inside, the geometry of space-time folds in on itself. Every direction points toward the center. There is no way out, no solid ground, only a slow spiral inward, toward a place where our equations fail. We call that place the singularity. At the singularity, density becomes infinite and time itself may end. But we don't truly know what that means. Our mathematics trembles there. Our theories collapse under their own weight. Einstein's relativity predicts the singularity, but quantum physics resists it. Each discipline, brilliant in its own domain, cannot yet bridge that gap. So perhaps the singularity is not an ending, but a doorway. Some physicists imagine that deep within a black hole, space-time may curve back on itself, creating a tunnel, a wormhole, that connects distant regions of the cosmos. If that were true, every black hole could also be a beginning, a point where one universe folds inward and another unfolds outward. A cosmic inhale and exhale, a cycle. Black holes also grow. When stars collapse, they can leave behind black holes the size of cities. When galaxies merge, their central black holes collide, forming giants with the mass of billions of suns. At the heart of almost every galaxy, including our own Milky Way, a black hole waits, silent, patient, a gravitational anchor that holds the stars in gentle orbit. Our own is called Sagittarius A, a name whispered rather than spoken, because it lies hidden behind veils of dust. We cannot see it directly, but we can see its influence, stars circling something invisible, something impossibly heavy. Their orbits trace the outline of the unseen, and from those quiet paths, we infer the shape of the abyss. When astronomers first captured an image of a black hole's shadow in 2019, it wasn't a photograph in the ordinary sense. It was the combined whisper of telescopes scattered across Earth, woven together by time and patience. The image showed a glowing ring, light bent around darkness, a halo marking the edge of the unseeable. The universe, for a moment, had painted its own self-portrait, and yet, that shadow wasn't truly black. It glowed with trapped light, photons circling endlessly around the hole. Orbiting like ghosts that never escape, they form what's called the photon sphere, a luminous no-man's land where light itself becomes a prisoner of curvature. If you could hover safely outside a black hole, time around you would stretch. Seconds near the event horizon could equal hours, days or centuries for an observer far away. To you, the universe outside would appear to race ahead. Stars aging and dying in moments, galaxies spinning into mist. In this way, a black hole isn't just a collapse of space, it's a collapse of time, a place where the future gathers like water at the bottom of a cosmic well. And if you could fall, or if you could surrender to that curve, the flow of time would not stop, it would turn inward, toward the singularity's silent heart. What happens next? We don't know. Maybe matter is destroyed, maybe it's reborn, maybe it becomes something our words can't yet describe. Some scientists think that black holes slowly evaporate. Over unimaginable stretches of time, they emit faint radiation, a whisper of energy predicted by Stephen Hawking. This Hawking radiation suggests that even the darkest regions are not eternal. Given enough time, far longer than the age of all stars combined, even black holes may fade away, leaving only a soft residue of energy in their wake. If true, then nothing in the universe lasts forever, not even the places where time itself breaks. Everything changes, everything flows. And yet, in that gentle impermanence lies a deeper kind of beauty. The death of a star creates the birth of a black hole. The death of a black hole may seed the birth of something new. Collapse and creation are not opposites. They are partners in a dance older than galaxies themselves. Space-time, too, may have its own rhythm, expanding, curving, folding, releasing, each cycle giving rise to another. Perhaps the universe is breathing, each black hole a pause in that breath, a deep inhalation before another wave of creation begins. And if so, then the singularities that mark the end of our physics may also mark the beginning of something beyond it. Not destruction, but transformation. We may never see what lies inside, even if we could. Our language would dissolve trying to describe it, but sometimes, not knowing is its own kind of peace. Because every mystery holds a quiet symmetry. The deeper you gaze into the dark, the more it reflects your own curiosity back at you. The universe hides its most sacred patterns, not to torment us, but to remind us that understanding isn't always the same as seeing. Some truths can only be felt, like gravity itself, pulling you softly, guiding you home. So as you drift now, let yourself imagine the silent hearts of galaxies, those hidden wells of time, those perfect folds in the fabric of reality. They are not monsters. They are part of the cosmic cycle, gathering, releasing, transforming, just as stars, oceans, and people do. You too are made of collapsed matter and ancient light. You are the universe's way of remembering itself, a brief spark that wonders what it means to be. And even if space-time one day breaks completely, even if the stars fade and all motion slows to stillness, the memory of this gentle expansion, of you, of now, will echo softly in whatever comes next, because nothing truly ends. It only changes form, folding inward like light around a horizon, only to emerge again, somewhere, someone, as something beautifully new. So rest in that thought. Let your breath follow the rhythm of creation. Inhale, the birth of time. Exhale, its return to silence. You are safe. You are part of the endless cycle. And even when space-time breaks, you remain within its song. Close your eyes again. Imagine the universe not as empty space, but as a vast ocean, shimmering, trembling, alive. Even in the deepest vacuum where no atom drifts, the universe hums quietly. What we call nothing is never truly empty. It is filled with whispers, unseen threads weaving and unweaving beneath reality itself. This is the quantum foam, the restless foundation of space-time. At unimaginably small scales, smaller than an atom, smaller than a photon, space-time stops being smooth, it flickers, ripples, and bubbles like boiling water. Tiny fluctuations appear and disappear faster than any clock could measure. Particles emerge, then fade, borrowing energy from the void, only to return it again in perfect balance. It's as if the universe breathes in silence, exhaling creation, inhaling disappearance. Albert Einstein gave us the grand structure of space-time, curved and continuous, but quantum mechanics revealed that deep beneath it, chaos reigns softly. It's a place where cause and effect blur, where distance loses meaning, and where the laws of physics are rewritten moment by moment. Scientists call this domain the Planck scale, about 10 to the minus 35 meters. At this depth, space-time itself is thought to foam and flicker. Every bubble in that foam may briefly hold its own pocket of existence, a tiny, temporary universe. Some physicists even whisper, perhaps our entire cosmos began as one of those bubbles that never faded away. But the invisible threads don't stop there. They extend outward, through the vastness, carrying vibrations across galaxies. When two black holes collide, they send out ripples in space-time itself. We call them gravitational waves, the softest music the cosmos plays. These waves travel not through space, but as space, stretching and squeezing reality as they pass. If you could see them, the entire universe would seem to breathe, expanding and contracting ever so slightly, like a sleeping giant's chest rising and falling. In 2015, scientists at LIGO detected these waves for the first time, faint tremors from a collision more than 1 billion light-years away. Two massive black holes merged, releasing energy equal to 3 suns, not as light, not as heat, but as a ripple in the very fabric of existence. The detectors in Louisiana and Washington recorded the faintest whisper, a vibration, smaller than the width of an atom, yet enough to confirm Einstein's century-old prediction. That sound, if translated into human hearing, lasted just a fraction of a second, a chirp. They called it a brief rising note, the sound of space-time singing. But there's still one more invisible force. one that may hold the universe together, or pull it apart, dark energy. It makes up almost 70% of everything. And yet, we have never seen it. We only know it's there because the universe is expanding faster than it should. Something, silent and mysterious, is pushing galaxies away from each other, accelerating their flight through the void. Imagine blowing up a balloon, but instead of slowing down as the air spreads, the balloon expands faster with every second. That's what dark energy does to the cosmos. It stretches space-time itself, pulling galaxies apart faster and faster. And one day, far into the future, that expansion might grow so strong that even atoms can't hold together. Physicists call that the Big Rip, a poetic, terrifying end where even space-time unravels. But don't worry, that future lies trillions of years ahead, long after the last star fades. For now, we live in a delicate balance, a cosmos expanding, but not yet torn. In the silence of that vast expansion, these invisible forces weave together like threads in a hidden loom. Quantum foam bubbling at the tiniest scale, gravitational waves rippling across galactic oceans, dark energy stretching the entire tapestry from the outside. Together, they remind us that the universe is never still. It's a living fabric, trembling, expanding, humming softly beneath our perception. So the next time you look at the night sky, remember every star you see rests upon invisible hands. The dark between them isn't empty, it's alive, filled with energy, motion, and secrets still unfolding. Somewhere, perhaps right now, a gravitational wave is passing through you, stretching you thinner, then thicker again, by less than the width of a proton. You don't feel it. You never could. But it's there. A ghostly whisper from the farthest corners of the cosmos. And beneath you, the quantum foam flickers, reality itself, shimmering with possibility. Even here, in this quiet moment, space-time breathes. Let your breathing match it. Inhale, expansion, exhale, gravity's pull. You and the universe, moving as one. You are part of the fabric, not separate from it. An atom in a galaxy of atoms, a thought in a sea of consciousness, a ripple in the infinite tapestry that holds it all together. These are the invisible threads. They do not shine, or speak, or rest, but they connect everything that ever was, and everything that will be. Time. We measure it with clocks and calendars, but we feel it in our hearts. The steady rhythm of a heartbeat, the rising and falling of breath, the slow arc of a life. Every tick is a whisper of space-time, passing through us, shaping who we are. For all our technology, our understanding of time is still mostly emotional. We don't live by seconds, we live by moments. The moment you laughed so hard you forgot why. The moment you lost someone and the world fell still. The moment you stood under a clear night sky and felt impossibly small, yet infinite. These moments don't just pass, they collect. Your memories are constellations of time, scattered across the mind's own universe, each one a tiny echo of something that once was, yet somehow still exists inside you. In the vastness of the cosmos, time flows differently. Near a black hole, it slows almost to a stop. In the emptiness between galaxies, it stretches freely. But here, on this quiet planet, we experience a more fragile kind of time, a time shaped by sunlight, gravity, and the soft chemistry of our brains. Our days are built from cycles, the turning of the earth, the pull of the moon, the beating of our hearts. We wake, we move, we sleep. Every cell follows this rhythm. It's called circadian time, nature's way of syncing us to the cosmic dance. When you feel tired at night or calm under starlight, you're not just following a routine, you're responding to ancient signals written into space-time itself. You are the universe keeping time with itself. And yet, time is deeply personal. To a child, an hour feels eternal. To an elder, a decade can vanish in the blink of an eye. Einstein once said, Time is what the clock measures, but he also showed that time bends with motion and gravity. Our experience proves it bends with emotion too. A minute of joy can feel like a heartbeat. A minute of grief can feel like forever. The universe is 13.8 billion years old, but to you, it's however long you've been alive, however long you've been aware of its passing. Dreams are perhaps the strangest form of time. Inside them, entire stories unfold in moments. You can live a lifetime, fall in love, or witness the impossible, all between two breaths. Scientists believe our dreaming brain rearranges memory, but maybe it's something more poetic. A place where human time momentarily lets go, where we drift in pure awareness free from clocks and calendars. In dreams, space-time bends differently. It's our personal wormhole, a nightly journey through memories and emotions that defy the arrow of time. And what of memory? It doesn't flow linearly, it jumps, folds, and loops, like space-time itself. A scent can pull you back 10 years. A song can return you to childhood in an instant. Your brain is not just recording time, it's weaving it. Each memory is a thread tied to a feeling, and every recall pulls that thread back through the tapestry. So in a sense, we all carry little universes within us. Each memory a galaxy, each emotion a star. They flicker, fade, and flare, and together, they make up the cosmic self. But beyond our personal time, there's something larger: cosmic time. It started with the Big Bang's first heartbeat, and it has been ticking ever since. Galaxies spin, stars are born and die, and planets drift slowly through the gravity wells of eternity. If you compressed the entire history of the universe into a single year, the Big Bang would happen at midnight. January 1st, our Milky Way would form in May. The first life on Earth wouldn't appear until September. Dinosaurs would roam the planet on December 25th. And humans? We would arrive at 11:59 p.m. on December 31st. All of written history, from pyramids to smartphones, would fit into the final second before midnight. That's how small we are. And yet how extraordinary, because somehow, out of 13.8 billion years of silence, the universe became aware of its own passing through you. When you think about it, that's the most miraculous part. We're not just in space-time. We are space-time. Tiny, conscious ripples of the cosmos reflecting on itself. Every heartbeat is gravity keeping you close to Earth. Every breath is time flowing through your body. Your aging is the slow expansion of the universe made personal. You are, in every way that matters, a small echo of the Big Bang, still unfolding, still shining. So tonight as you rest, imagine that time is not a line, but a sea. You are a small wave upon it. You rise, you fall, but you never leave the water. The ocean of space-time carries you gently, from one moment to the next, from one dream to another. The stars above you are ancient. Their light began its journey before you were born, and yet, here it is, reaching you now, a meeting across centuries, a reminder that the past never truly disappears. It simply drifts farther down the current. When you close your eyes tonight, you'll step quietly into that current. You'll drift through your own memories, through echoes of laughter, faces, and feelings that never left. They are the ripples of your own personal space-time, infinite in their own small way. So breathe. Slowly, let time dissolve for a while. Let yourself fall backward into the great ocean, where moments, stars, and dreams all flow as one. You are not outside of time. You are time, remembering itself, and somewhere far above, in the deep stillness between galaxies, the universe keeps breathing. And so do you. And now, the stars begin to dim behind your thoughts. The rhythm of your breathing has found its quiet orbit. The galaxies keep turning, but here, in this small, still moment, everything is at rest. We've drifted through gentle truths tonight, through the bending of space-time and the softness of gravity's pull, through the shimmering patience of light, the slow dance of time, and the invisible threads that hold the universe together. You've wandered across the birth of the cosmos, stood at the edge of black holes and felt the pulse of the quantum sea beneath it all. And somewhere along the way, you may have noticed that the line between out there and in here slowly dissolved, because you are part of space-time, not separate from it. The carbon in your breath was forged in ancient stars. The calcium in your bones once floated in starlit dust. The iron that carries oxygen through your blood was born in the violent end of a dying sun. You are the universe, remembering itself for a short while through the miracle of being alive. As you lie here, time continues its patient flow. Stars are being born in distant clouds. Galaxies are quietly colliding. And somewhere, new worlds are forming. Perhaps with someone else one day, looking up at their sky, wondering the same things we do tonight. So let go now. Let your body rest. Let your thoughts drift into the fabric of time itself. You don't need to hold on. The universe is holding you. If you're still awake, you can stay for a little while longer. Listen to the silence between each heartbeat. That's space-time. 2. If you're already dreaming, then may your dreams be gentle, woven from starlight and soft gravity. Good night, traveler. You are home in the cosmos.